Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and look what I have here. The Nintendo Switch OLED Splatoon 3 Special Edition. This is so cool that Nintendo has done this. I picked this up at Target earlier today. I'm reviewing it here for you guys and unboxing and setting it up because this may be your first Switch. If you're watching this video and you're new to the Nintendo Switch, I'll be setting it up to show you guys how that process goes. But Splatoon 3 will be launching on September 9th. The game is not included in this edition here. I really wish it was, but unfortunately Nintendo doesn't really do that. But the reason they dropped it today, they released this console today because tomorrow is the free Splatfest world premiere for the game. I'm so excited for Splatoon 3 and all it has to offer. I love the Splatoon franchise. It's so much fun. The Switch is the very first special edition for the OLED console for Nintendo. So that's pretty cool. I'm glad I was able to get my hands on it and view it for you guys. As you can see on the side here, we got some ink splatted all around. And on the back, it showcases what's included here with a special themed dock, back of the Nintendo Switch, and these really cool Joy-Cons, which are my favorite part because they're neon. They have really cool logos and Splatoon themed stuff on there, and on the back they have a whole entire different color. So that's really cool that they have dual colored Joy-Cons now. So on the front it's these colors, and on the back you get some white with some designs as well. We'll be taking a closer look at that. Really cool Splatoon patterns used all throughout this. On the top it says Nintendo. I love the beautiful cover art for this Switch. This looks amazing. This is the cover for the game as well. This just looks really cool. This retails for $360. If you guys want to go ahead and buy it yourselves, you can, if you're able. Without further ado, let's get into this unboxing here. And let's unbox the Splatoon 3 Nintendo Switch OLED. Like I said, I'm going to be unboxing it and then setting it up for you guys because not all YouTubers do this, but I want to always set up my Switch for you guys in case this is your first Switch and you're watching this as like a tutorial on how to set it up. Here we go, guys. There it is. It's the same layout as the Nintendo Switch OLED in terms of how they set everything up in the box. There's what it looks like, guys. Let's go ahead and first of all grab the Nintendo Switch OLED itself. I already have a Nintendo Switch original console, and then I have a Nintendo Switch OLED, which I mainly play on that one. So this is going to be more of just like a collector's item here, where it's really cool to have. Maybe I'll end up using it as my main Switch, we'll have to see here. But I'm taking off the wrapping here. There we go. Hello everyone, you can see me in the reflection there. Alright guys, on the back we have this really cool pattern that's embedded here. I don't even know how to describe it, how it feels, but you got all the Splatoon theming on this Switch, which I love that they did. They didn't just give a plain OLED console, they themed the back of this as well, so shout out to Nintendo for doing that. Look at that, guys. That looks great. You got the Octoling logo on there. We'll see if we can find the Inkling one. Oh, there it is, right up there. A bunch of just splats of ink all over the place. Some other cool Splatoon logos. There you guys go. And one cool feature about the Nintendo Switch OLED, which I love, that's different from the original Switch, is the big kickstand here that spans across the whole console. Here's where you put your SD card. And the kickstand is great because it's much more sturdy than it used to be, so I can just set it up easily like that, and it works wonderfully. On top, you got your power button and your volume button, along with where you put the game cards right in here. This is looking great. Next, we're going to go on to the Joy-Cons here, which are my favorite part of this special edition and one of the main reasons why I got it, because I love Joy-Cons. Let's go ahead and unwrap these ones. You guys can let me know in the comments if you're going to be playing Splatoon 3. I hope all of you guys are going to at least try the Splatfest tomorrow. That's free. Here is the first Joy-Con here. This is the Octoling Joy-Con because you can see it has the Octoling logo there. It just reflects wonderfully in the light, and it's so cool. It's like neon. And as you can see here, it's lighter purple, and it gets to darker purple as you move on up. That's really cool. And on the back, they have Octoling pattern here. I love that it's half purple, half white. That is so cool that they did that. These Joy-Cons are amazing here. Let's go ahead and unseal the Inkling Joy-Con here. This one is neon green and neon yellow with the Inkling logo at the bottom there, as you guys can see. This one looks great as well, with the Inkling pattern on the back, and of course, the white backing as well. Here they are side by side. These Joy-Cons are amazing. Everyone really wishes that they sold these separately, and I do too, because these are really cool ones to get. But unfortunately, they're limited exclusively to the console, so I guess that makes this even more worth it for those of you guys who are collectors or who are getting this. You get really rare Joy-Cons that only come with the console itself. I'm over here next to the light, and I'm showing you guys a little bit better how these look. These are super cool Joy-Cons. Great to add to my Joy-Con collection. Alright everyone, next we're going to check out the rest of the things in the box. Here's the user's manual right inside there. I recommend reading that if it's your first time getting a Switch, but obviously you don't have to. Just a bunch of legal stuff and directions. Here we have your cords that you use to dock the Nintendo Switch to the TV. This is the HDMI 1 cord here. You can look up videos on YouTube on how to dock your Nintendo Switch to the TV. It's always good to have an extra one of these in case I need it. And I also get an extra AC adapter. Like I said, this is my third Switch console, so these are just extra things for me at this point. This is what you use to charge the Switch, and you also plug it into the dock when you're docking your Switch to TV mode. Let's go ahead and take this out here. That'd be funny if they made this themed as Splatoon as well. But no, it's just a regular Nintendo AC adapter here. USB Type-C. I'll set that to the side as well. Let's see what else we have in here. Wrapped up here we have the Joy-Con grip. So this is what you can use if you don't have a Nintendo Switch Pro Controller, which I didn't for the longest time until I got the Pro Controller earlier this year, which I absolutely love now. This is what you can use for gaming in tabletop mode if you have your Switch just standard right here, or you can use it as your controller for when you're playing in TV mode. So we're going to go ahead and put the Joy-Cons here, the Splatoon themed Joy-Cons in the Joy-Con grip for the first time here. Let's go ahead and see how they look here. I'll focus a little bit more on it. Wow, there's a lot of friction when it's a brand new Joy-Con that hasn't been used before. But here you guys go. There's the Nintendo Switch click sound that everyone loves. These look amazing in this, and I think I'm going to be using this setup just like this for when I'm playing the Splatoon 3 Splatfest tomorrow. I'm going to be playing it live for you guys, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Even though I have the Pro Controller, I'm going to be using it. I'm going to be using my Joy-Cons tomorrow because this feels great and looks great as well. This is a great alternative to the Pro Controller. Like I said, I used a setup like this for the longest time, and it worked out wonderfully. So as you guys can see, you can use it like this to game as like it's a controller in one. So that's really cool. Let's go ahead and see what else is in the box here. We have over here the Joy-Con straps, which you guys may think, hey, those look similar to the other Joy-Con straps. If you look closely, not only do they have a line pattern going out throughout the little wrist strap here, it has neon green stitching in it. That's a really cool little detail that I didn't even know until now. It also has a little adjustable button here that you can slide when you're adjusting it when putting it on your wrist. This is also neon as well, neon green, neon yellow. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Joy-Con off. And now you know which strap goes for which one. So that's kind of cool. This is how you put on a Joy-Con strap if this is your first time. Line up the plus button with the plus button here, and you slide it from the top down. That way you won't wreck your Joy-Con or your Joy-Con strip if you put it on the correct way. To go ahead and lock it in place, you just click that white little button there. Up here, you got some shoulder buttons that you can use. If you want to play multiplayer with a friend in the house, you can hand them a Joy-Con. You guys can play Mario Kart like this or other games if you'd like. This looks great with a Joy-Con strap on. And I love that they even theme how the button looks on here. And I'm going to assume it's the same for the other Joy-Con strap here. Yep, it is. You got purple and purple stitching as well. That looks really cool. I love that little detail there, and I didn't even know that until just now. So we're going to go ahead and take this Joy-Con off the grip as well. And the way you take the Joy-Cons off is by pressing down the button on the back and just sliding it off like this. Line the minus up with the minus here. And there you guys go. This looks fantastic here. I love the colors of this one. I can't tell which Joy-Con I like better. I think this one, just because I'm a fan of the color blue, and this is kind of closer to that. I love the purple scheming here, where it's light purple and dark purple in one. But these both look fantastic, and they complement each other really well. These are like the Splatoon 3 colors that are used, the big colors that they use as on the box here. So those are like the main colors of the game. Lastly, in the box, this is what we have. You guys can see what it looks like packaged in there. We have the Nintendo Switch docking station. This is what you're going to use to dock your Nintendo Switch to your TV or your monitor, wherever you're going to play it. So we're going to go ahead and unwrap this. It's in bubble wrap, which is really nice. Good to protect it like that. Got the bubble wrap off, and now slide this off. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, guys. Wow. This is a Splatoon 3 themed dock, and I'm definitely going to use this as my main dock now, because this just looks great to me. There is a huge splat of ink, which matches this Joy-Con, just splatted right there on the front. That little detail I love, because it just really brings out the Splatoon theming here. As you guys can see subtly, this has a bunch of theming on it, just like the back of the Switch did. Got a little Inkling logo there, and I wonder if the Octoling logo is anywhere on here. There we go, there it is, right there. You guys can see it here, it says Nintendo on the back. This is what the docking station looks like. It looks so sleek, I love it, and we're going to put the actual console in it in a minute here. But this is what you're going to use to dock your system to the TV. This just comes off, so don't be alarmed when it pops off. You didn't break it. This, for the OLED system, it just pops right off. Really good cable management here. Along with your AC adapter goes right into there. Your HDMI out goes into there. And if you guys want to play LAN mode, aka plug in an Ethernet cord into your Switch, they have an Ethernet port right there. Let's see if I can get that there. There you guys go. That's where you're going to plug your Ethernet cord in. This is a really cool dock. I think it's the best dock they've made so far. Because I love this. I know some people didn't like this color. I did. I love it. It looks great. I love the theming for Splatoon all over it. I think that's everything in the box. Yep, it is. So we're going to go ahead and just set this in the back. I'm definitely going to be keeping this box because it just looks great. Oh, I didn't even realize. Inkling and Octoling on the side tabs here. That's a cool little detail. I'll have to figure that out later. There we go. I'll just set it like that for now. There you guys go with the Nintendo Switch logo there. Let's go ahead and turn on the console, because I want to set it up for you guys, in case this is your first time ever setting up a Nintendo Switch. If you guys haven't already, hit the like button on this video. It helps out a lot. And if you like the video, share it with your friends. It would mean a lot. Here we go, sliding off the Joy-Con straps. I'm going to wait till the console is on, because I want to show you guys the Nintendo Switch click. Alright guys, one of the best parts about a Nintendo Switch is the initial setup. It's so cool. Such a cool experience. Here we go. I'm going to quiet down. Alright, we're going to put the Joy-Cons on, guys. Let's listen for the click here. There we go. Let's now do the purple one. There you guys go. Alright, one thing about the Nintendo Switch OLED is it's a much bigger display, much brighter display, and you can literally feel the volume as you're playing. So that's really cool. better speakers, better everything all around than the very first Nintendo Switch. So if you guys have ever thought about upgrading to an OLED, I recommend doing it now with the Splatoon 3 console here. Alright, we're going to go ahead and choose English as our language. Next, they're going to go ahead and select your region. I'm in the Americas, so I'll go ahead and click that. By selecting the Accept button, you acknowledge that you have read and agree to be bound by the end user license agreement. If you do not agree, you stop using the system. Imagine if you didn't agree and you just decided, alright, I'm going to throw my Switch away. Or let's go return it back to the store. We're going to go ahead and click Accept. I've already read that before on my previous Switches. Here you guys go. You're going to set up the Wi-Fi network. I wanted to show you guys what it looks like quickly with the Joy-Cons here in the back. I think it looks great having it all together here. As you guys can see here, you can go ahead and select your Wi-Fi and pair it up with your device here. So go ahead and select whatever Wi-Fi you use, enter the password, and your device is going to connect to it. Alrighty everyone, once your device has successfully connected to your internet, this is what it'll look like. This is the home button here that you're always going to press to immediately jump to the home game, or the home screen, whether you want to close out of a game or out of an application. This is the screenshot button here. By pressing that, you can take little screenshots of your gameplay. As well as if you hold it down for a few seconds, it'll record the last 30 seconds of gameplay and save it to your Switch gallery. So that's pretty cool. We are now going to be choosing which time zone we're in. I am in the Chicago time zone, so I just have to go ahead and find that. You guys can choose whichever time zone you're in, but for me, it's Chicago. Would you like to connect to a TV and play on a larger screen? That'll be at another time. I already know how to do that. Otherwise, guys, if you want to connect to a TV, press that button, and it'll give you a little tutorial on how to set it up. Alright, now it wants me to detach the Joy-Con controllers from the console. As you guys can see here, you just press the button as it is showing on here, and slide up. And it does a little animation on the screen when you take them off, and even the little color that shows on the screen matches your Joy-Con, which is really cool. We are now going to go ahead and use the kickstand here and continue setup on the Switch. As you guys can see here, it says use the left stick to select next and press A on the right controller. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. You can use the console with the Joy-Con controllers attached or detached. Choose the control style you prefer, then continue. I usually prefer the Joy-Cons on the console, but I'm going to go ahead and do it like this since we're already here. A user will be added to the console, so I'm guessing a lot of you guys may be creating a new user. Many of you may be having your user data be transported from your other Nintendo Switch consoles. Whichever one suits you, go ahead and click it. I'm going to go ahead and import user data from another console. So it says if you have existing user data on another system, you can copy or transfer it to this system, otherwise create a new user. So I'm definitely going to be transferring data later on, but for purposes of this video, we're just going to create a new user here. Because this is a Nintendo Switch themed for Splatoon, let's go ahead and choose the Splatoon icon here. You can go ahead and click more options. You guys can see a bunch of the characters here. These are all the default ones that come with the Nintendo Switch, but if you have a Nintendo Switch Online app, which is $20 for a full year if you want to play online services, you can buy with Platinum points, which are free by the way, custom Nintendo Switch profile pictures. That's pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and choose, let's see here. I want to choose a Splatoon one. I like this purple one here, and I'm going to choose a blue background here. Let's see. That looks good to me there. Now we're going to enter a nickname for this user. I'm just going to type in the name. I'll do Joey because that's my name. But when this video is done, I'm going to be erasing everything and starting over to transfer my user data and everything. But this is just for the video purpose. I added a new user to the console. You can link your Nintendo account if you guys have one. Go register for one on the Nintendo website. That's pretty easy to do. You can link a Nintendo account, but I'll be doing that later. You can also add additional users. So if you're a family setting up your Nintendo Switch and you have, say, multiple kids wanting to play on it, you can create an account for each individual family member. I'm going to go ahead and skip that for now because that doesn't apply to me for this. More games, more features, more fun. That's about Nintendo Switch Online right there, guys. You guys can configure parental controls. If you're a parent setting this up for maybe your little kid, you can set up parental controls for them. Setup is complete, guys. I love all the sounds of Nintendo. It just sounds great. I love doing a setup for a console. Alright, we're going to go ahead and press the home button here as it says. And it has taken us to our home screen for the first time. So as you guys can see, if I go to an application such as the album, by pressing the home button, it'll take me home. You got the news channel here with all sorts of different things. You got controllers where you can set up pairing and different things. As you guys can see there, it shows the colors of these Joy-Cons here, which is really cool. I'll go ahead and zoom in on that for you guys. You can insert a game card or download software from Nintendo eShop if you guys want to get to playing games. This is what the home screen looks like, everyone. You got all these different apps here, Nintendo Switch Online. This is your page where you're going to find your profile, your friend list, trending games amongst your friends, online play invites, friend suggestions. You can add a friend here, and also access user settings such as editing your icon. The Nintendo Switch is a fantastic system. I recommend it for you guys, whether you get the Nintendo Switch Lite, the Nintendo Switch, the Nintendo Switch OLED. You're going to have tons of fun no matter what. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thanks to Nintendo for creating such another cool console for us collectors and Splatoon fans especially to enjoy here. You guys can let me know what your thoughts on this in the comments below. I hope to see many of you playing Splatoon 3 when that comes out. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.